LMH and it's now time to get that conky mixture together. The hardest part about making a conky mixture, or stew dumpling as it's called in some other Caribbean countries, is to get the measurements correct. Now once we have the measurements correct, it's no work at all. So let's go over the ingredients to make sure we have the correct measurements to make the perfect conky. We have 3/4 pound of pumpkin, freshly grated. 1/2 pound of sweet potato. Now I used the white sweet potato, but you may use the yellow one if you have that. 1/2 pound of sweet potato. We have 1/4 pound of sugar. We have 8 tablespoons of butter and 4 tablespoons of shortening. Now is melted, so use the microwave to melt it down. If you don't have a microwave, you can put it on the stove to get it nice and melted. It mixes better once it's already melted. We have 1 cup of freshly grated coconut. Now if you don't have access to fresh coconut, you can hop over to the frozen department in your supermarket to get 1 pack of frozen coconut, and we're going to use 1 cup. Now this is a must. 2 cups of corn flour. Now it's important to choose corn flour and not corn meal. Be sure to pick 2 cups of corn flour. To add some more moisture, we're going to use 1 cup of milk. We have 1 teaspoon of essence to bring another level of flavor. And the spices. Our conkies will not be complete unless we have the spices. So we have 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of ground spice, and 1 teaspoon of nutmeg. We're going to just add 1/4 teaspoon of salt just for taste, but if you have the salted butter, then you can not use the salt at all. And the raisins. Some persons think conkies are not real conkies unless we have the raisins. So we're going to use 1/2 cup of raisins. Now the measurements that we have here for our ingredients are enough to give you about 15 conkies. Now if you want to make more than that, you just need to increase the measurements proportionately. But the amount that we have today will give you about 15 conkies. So let's get started. Now, the easy part, we're going to add all of the ingredients together. It doesn't matter what order, we're going to just add them all together. So we're going to add our pumpkin, nice and soft. Everything just goes together. Our pumpkin, then we're going to add our sweet potato. And I'm going to add them all together and just mix it up. Is now done. Now just make sure it's thoroughly combined, so we have all of the ingredients mixing well together, and it should look like this. It smells so good. You can almost taste it just to see if it is at the required level of sweetness. Perfect. All it needs now is to have some heat, so we're going to now fold some into the banana leaf, and we're going to put them to steam, and it will steam for about 1 hour. So we'll get our banana leaf now. We would have singed it earlier, and we're going to get 1 large heaping spoonful of the yellow conky mixture, and we're going to place it in the center of the leaf, and then we're going to fold it neatly. Fold it as many times until we get all of the banana leaf wrapped around the conky. Then we're going to fold it at the top and at the bottom end, so we make it into a nice little pocket. Once we have that folded neatly, we will need to use a string like some persons do. We just put the conky mixture into the middle of the banana leaf, fold it down with enough space all around it as neatly as possible. Then we're going to fold the top and the bottom in, so we hold everything together and just allow it to steam. This is the last one. This is the last conky we're making from this batch. So we need to get it all, we need to get all of it into the center of the leaf, and we're going to wrap it neatly. Now, depending on what part of the world you are, you may not be able to get banana leaves so easily. So some persons opt for foil, but to add foil to it takes away a bit of the flavor. The banana leaf really elevates the taste of a conky. So I highly recommend getting the banana leaf to wrap your conky in. Now, to prepare to steam, we're going to take the stalks that we got from the banana leaf from the center of the leaf, chopped it up to fit the size of your saucepan, and we are going to place the conkies on top of the stalks. We're going to add some water because the water will allow it to steam. Once we have just a bit of water in the saucepan, then we're going to place the conkies on top of the stalks so they are actually not in the water, and allow them to steam for about 1 hour. It's time, so let's get ready to test our conkies. Our conkies are done. It's a little hot, but we're going to get ready to taste it. It smells amazing, and I know it's gonna taste just as good. Just look at that glisten from our butter. Nice and firm and extremely hot. So we're gonna taste. Now make sure you can see those raisins. It's so hot. It smells really good. It looks good. Now I'll let you know if it tastes good. It tastes great. Conkies, a special treat we eat always in November. Now you need to try it.